Thank you very much for coming. My name is Diana Ricker. I'm the Vice President of Communications here at Illinois Policy Institute. And I'm going to introduce you to Jacob Hubert, who is Senior Attorney at the Liberty Justice Center, to share the news about the motion that was filed in court today. Jacob.
Good afternoon. My name is Jacob Hubert, and I'm Senior Attorney at the Liberty Justice Center. We're a nonprofit, nonpartisan public interest law firm that specializes in protecting individual rights and enforcing limits on government power. I'm going to cut to the chase of why we're here. Under Illinois law, almost everyone who works for state government must pay money to a government union just to keep their job. It does not matter if a state worker says he does not want to be covered by a union contract or represented by a union in the state of Illinois. With rare exceptions, the worker has no choice. This morning, we filed a motion in federal court on behalf of 3 Illinois state workers to end that practice. The First Amendment guarantees everyone the right to choose whose speech they will support and what groups they will associate with. State workers should not have to sacrifice that right just to keep their jobs. You should not have to pay money to a government union to keep your job. This is a decades-old problem, so why now? First, many of you will recall that last June, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled in Harris versus Quinn that the First Amendment prohibits home health workers in Illinois from being forced to pay dues to a union. The High Court stated that the 1977 decision allowing fair share union fees was, quote, questionable. We agree, hence this motion. It's time for the Supreme Court to strike down mandatory non-member union fees. Second, on February 9th, Illinois Governor Bruce Rauner issued an executive order directing state agencies to stop taking these so-called fair share fees from workers who have chosen not to belong to a union. Governor Rauner also filed a federal lawsuit against the state's government unions, asking the court to declare that his order is necessary to protect state workers' First Amendment rights. The government unions and Attorney General Lisa Madigan have asked the court to dismiss the governor's lawsuit because the governor himself is not a state employee who's been forced to pay union fees. Regardless of how the court rules on that standing issue, there's no denying that our clients do have standing to challenge these union fees. For years, they have been forced to pay money to a union against their will just to keep their jobs. With the motion we filed today, our clients seek to intervene in this lawsuit to make sure that their First Amendment rights are protected. Given the nature of this case, we anticipate that the United States Supreme Court may ultimately have to rule on this issue. We are prepared to take our case there if necessary to protect our clients' rights.